Hi, Xander Woodford-Smith here, CEO and founder of Strive. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for completing the survey. That is really going to help us send you customized content that is specific to the way you've answered the questions and the challenges that you're facing. So thank you for helping us to help you. And as a special reward, I want to share with you something I've just created for you specially. You can't get this anywhere else. This is the first time I'm releasing this. I've just created it this afternoon. And I think it's probably one of the most powerful yet simple things I could have created for you. And one of the best things I've created since I designed the Dreams Designer, which hopefully you all love. Now, what I'm calling this is, it's called the Time Scanner. Now, the reason this is so vital is how you spend your time is how you live your life. And what I see over and over again is people that fall into two categories. They're either trying to do too much and it's stressing them out and they're not performing at optimum efficiency because of the stress, or they actually haven't scheduled enough of all the things that they would enjoy doing either because they just don't realize they've got the time available. Now, for most strivers, it will actually be the former one where you're trying to fit 200 hours worth of things into a week which only has 168 hours, or 12,000 minutes worth of things into a week which only has 10,080 minutes. The Time Scanner is the quickest, simplest, most powerful way for you to get to grips with how well you have your time scheduled and mapped out, without having to go into the complications of figuring out, okay, I'm going to do this 9 till 6 and this till that. It's just to look at the quantity and then later of how much you're putting into your bucket and is it the right amount. Then later you can figure out the proper ordering, and I've got a way for you to do that also. So what you do is you come in here and you choose your unit. So you can choose either to do it by hours or minutes. Now you could see when I chose hours, it messed up the formulas for a second because that's going to base it on 168 hours or 24 hours a day. I'm actually going to show you my example with minutes, and when I share with you the link to this file, I'll leave my example in here so you can just make tweaks if you want. Now, if you want to start with a blank slate, just grab all of this and you can right click and just click clear content, and then you can start adding the numbers how you want to. But in fact, I'll show you the example from this case. So you might start with that blank slate and say, right, well, I'm going to start with the big chunks that are how I spend my time. So always your biggest chunk will probably be sleep. So sleep, I'm going to aim for about 8 hours. So you can use the little converter here. So I want 8 hours, which is 480 minutes, since I'm using minutes at the top. So you can see now I've put 8 hours on a Monday, and I'm going to do that every single day of the week. Now already I've scheduled 33% of my week, and it'll tell you the number up here and here, but this little progress bar will give you a visual tracker. Now you could go for work. You say, actually, I'm going to work 8 hours a day, and I'm going to do that 5 days a week. Maybe some people will want to work a Saturday morning as well, maybe 4 hours. So I'm going to use the converter. I'm going to put it in there. And Sunday, 0. You can see now we've already scheduled 60% of our week. So now you can start building up the other things. So, right, I'm going to exercise. Oh, sorry, I went to hours there for a second. Make sure you do that and keep it all in the right units. So I'm going to exercise for an hour 6 times a week. Now, I love to go salsa dancing during the week, but that's only on a Wednesday and a Thursday. So that's about, on a Wednesday, it's about 2.5 hours. And on a Thursday, it's about 3 hours. So I'm going to put that in there. So now I can start to see where I'm using up my time. So down here at the bottom, it's going to start to calculate the total. So far, I've scheduled 1,020 minutes on a Monday. I've still got 420 left. Whereas on a Thursday, I've scheduled 1,200 minutes so far, and I've only got 2 hours 40 left. So I've only got 4 hours left to do things there. And it may be that I want to schedule in, an hour a day to eat. It may be I want to schedule in, I did it again, didn't I? 60 minutes a day to eat, 30 minutes a day for my morning routine, Now, I know when I go dancing, it's about 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. So that's 40 minutes traveling there, 40 minutes traveling there. I'm lucky I don't have a commute in the morning. Bedtime routine, 20 minutes. Now, so you can see I'm starting to build it up now. On a Thursday, I've only got an hour and a half left of unscheduled time. So if I want to do meditation, which I do most of the days as well, it's starting to get closer and closer. I'm definitely going to shower every day, so I'm going to add that in. And I'm starting to, what if I want a little me time as well? So you're starting to build it up across the week here. And now if we do reading, let's say I wanted to do 45 minutes reading a day, and I drag it across. Oh, we suddenly get this message in this red thing on Thursday because of the dancing and everything else. Once we've done that, we're actually 15 minutes over. If we try and do all of that, there literally is not enough minutes or hours in the day. So we need to correct something here. So we definitely can't do 45 minutes of reading on a Thursday unless we change something else. So maybe I just want to change that one for now. So now my Thursday is fully scheduled, fully complete. And you see how quickly you're able to do this? And I've already got 82% of my week complete. This is why I think this is such a simple, powerful tool. Now, one of the other things is I love watching movies. So on a Sunday, maybe I'm going to watch a 2-hour movie and then go out for dinner. I like doing that with friends. So maybe I'll do that on a Saturday and give myself 2.5 hours to go and enjoy doing that. And maybe that also would require some travel time. So I'll add in 20 minutes there. And you'll see how quickly you can actually schedule out your week without having to worry about a usual default diary. You can just see whether what you actually want to do and how you want to live your life is possible. So now I can quickly at a glance see I've got me time, I've got shower, I've got eating, I've got everything in there. Now you might want to add a new row or put something else. You can type whatever it may be. So I may want to go and play some more tennis. Now, I'm not going to be able to play it on a Wednesday because I've only got 15 minutes left. What about maybe a Friday could work? I could actually go and play 2 hours of tennis there and still have, and then the traveling, maybe 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. I've still got enough time, a bit of flexibility in there, and I've now scheduled 86% of my week. So this is a really fast way for you to get to grips with what your life can actually look like. And you can see the percentages down the side, and it does a little bit of coloring just subtly, just to show you where most of your time is actually being spent. And the percentages can be helpful as well to see where you are spending a lot of the time. Now, once you've got that, which is already hugely powerful, just to know, how much more you've got remaining to schedule in, then you can take it to the next level and actually build out your full default diary. So here we've got the days of the week and we've got the times down the side. Now, you don't have to start it at 6. You could type in 7 here. Make sure you put the 00 as well, and it'll change it for you. And then you can just start dragging in and merging the cells, and you'll end up with something like this, where you can actually see the specific times where you are. But this is the point. This is the traditional way to do the default diary, and it is really powerful. So you're not having to think every day, what should I do? What should I do? But what is the thing about this is it takes a long time. You've got a lot of decisions to make. Okay, what do I do after this? What do I do after this? Whereas the time scanner can just really, really quickly just let you know whether you've got the right amount of things in your bucket of life. And that's why I wanted to give it to you, and you can download it on this page, because within 3 to 5 minutes, you can have built your time scanner and assess whether there's more things you can add into your life, like hobbies, or whether you actually need to let go of some of the expectations, thinking you can do it all, when really in your head, you've mapped out 200 hours worth of activity when there's only 168 hours in a week. So I hope that's really useful for you in terms of letting go of some of the stress, letting go of some of the expectations, or actually finding the little gaps of where you can get some extra time and do the things that are really going to enhance your life and bring some real joy to it. So download that, send any feedback you have to hi@strive.io, and we really look forward to now sending you customized value content based on the answers that you've submitted in the survey. So look out for our newsletter every Wednesday, and we'll be sending you more great content every single week.